Imagine this. A 67-year-old man begins waking up 3, 4, even 5 times a night to urinate. His urine stream becomes weak. He feels pressure in his lower abdomen. And suddenly, intimacy becomes uncomfortable, even painful. He tells himself, "It's just age. This is normal." Every man goes through it. But one morning, he ends up in the ER, unable to urinate at all. His bladder is stretched. His prostate is inflamed. And the doctor looks him in the eyes and says, "This could have been avoided." Today, I'm going to show you how. I'm Dr. And if you're a man over 50, or someone who loves one, what you're about to hear could save your prostate, your hormones, your sleep, and even your life. Because prostate enlargement, inflammation, and prostate cancer are not random. They follow patterns you can change. Let's talk about the 5 daily habits that protect, restore, and even reverse prostate problems, backed by science, clinical studies, and decades of medical research. One of them might be the most unexpected habit you've ever heard. Stay with me. This may be the most important health video you watch this year. Understanding your prostate, the silent shift after 50. Let's talk about one of the most misunderstood organs in the male body, the prostate. It's small, quiet, and rarely noticed in your youth, yet it's critically important. About the size of a walnut, the prostate sits just beneath your bladder and wraps around the urethra, the tube that lets urine leave your body. It produces the fluid that protects and transports sperm, but its influence goes far beyond reproduction. For the first 5 decades of a man's life, the prostate is like a respectful guest, silent, invisible, and stable. But after the age of 50, something begins to change, and most men have no idea it's happening inside them. Around midlife, a complex interaction of hormones triggers gradual but steady growth of the prostate. This process is known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. Now, this is not cancer, but its impact can be life-changing. Why does it happen? Well, after 50, the balance between testosterone and a more potent derivative called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, starts to shift. DHT accumulates in the prostate, stimulating tissue growth cell by cell, year after year. Here's what the data tells us. By age 60, more than half of all men show measurable enlargement. By age 70, that number rises to between 80 and 90%, and by age 80, enlargement is nearly universal. This growth is slow, so slow that most men don't recognize the early symptoms creeping in. So what are the first whispers? They're subtle urinary changes. As the prostate expands, it gradually compresses the urethra. Imagine stepping on a garden hose. The pressure restricts the flow, not all at once, but in gentle, almost invisible steps. At first, the changes seem harmless. A slightly weaker urine stream, a delay before the flow begins, or feeling like your bladder doesn't fully empty. Maybe you feel a bit more urgency than you used to, or you find yourself getting up once, then twice, then 3 times at night. These aren't just annoyances, they're the earliest indicators that your prostate is under stress. Many men dismiss them as normal signs of aging, but newer research shows something different. These urinary symptoms often signal inflammation, hormonal imbalance, or metabolic strain, all of which are things you can actually do something about. And this brings us to the hidden culprit. Most men ignore inflammation. Modern medicine now understands that prostate enlargement isn't just about hormones. It's deeply tied to chronic inflammation. This inflammation can come from a poor diet, high insulin levels, a lack of movement, infections, stress, poor sleep, and even toxins accumulating in the prostate ducts. Over time, this inflammation thickens the prostate tissue, increases swelling, and disrupts normal cell function. A key study from Johns Hopkins found that men with higher prostate inflammation had a significantly increased risk of severe symptoms and even a higher risk of future malignancy. Inflammation isn't pain you feel. It's a silent fire. It burns slowly, often unnoticed, until the damage has already begun. Men often assume prostate problems only affect urination, but the effects ripple throughout your entire system. Frequent nighttime urination can cause spikes in your heart rate and disrupt cardiovascular recovery during sleep. Waking up multiple times a night also reduces deep sleep, which is crucial for memory, metabolism, and tissue repair. Prostate issues often reflect an underlying imbalance of testosterone, DHT, insulin, and cortisol. And the inflammation can restrict blood flow, contributing to pelvic discomfort, pressure when sitting, and even sexual difficulties. Let me tell you a typical patient story. A 62-year-old man visits his doctor complaining of nighttime urination and pelvic discomfort. He thinks it's just old age, but after tests, they discover significant inflammation and elevated PSA levels. When asked about his habits, he admits he barely drinks water, eats mostly processed foods, sleeps 5 hours a night, works a desk job, has low sexual activity, and never exercises after meals. In other words, his lifestyle was fueling his prostate problems. But after adjusting his daily habits, like his hydration schedule, adding strategic foods, light walking, improving sleep, and restoring regular sexual function, his symptoms improved dramatically within just weeks. The lesson here is that prostate decline is not destiny. It's a reaction to your environment, your habits, and your biology, and those factors can be changed. Modern studies reveal powerful patterns. Men who exercise regularly have a 25 to 30% lower risk of prostate symptoms. Men who eat lycopene, found in tomatoes, show up to a 28% lower cancer risk, and men who maintain regular ejaculation have a 33% lower cancer risk. These findings all point to one reality: your prostate responds to your daily choices. So why do so many men stay silent about this? It's often because of shame. They hide their symptoms, they normalize them, and they assume decline is unavoidable. But silence is dangerous. Untreated prostate issues can lead to recurrent urinary infections, bladder damage, kidney strain, and a higher long-term cancer risk. Early understanding is early protection, and the good news is, the body responds incredibly well to small, consistent changes. Before we continue, if this information is helping you, hit like and subscribe to Body Signals. We create weekly science-based videos to protect your health after 50, naturally and powerfully. Now let's move to a habit that works like a natural shield against prostate cancer. Nighttime bathroom trips, a weak stream, and the constant worry about more serious issues. It's a reality for millions. But what if I told you that you could dramatically reduce these problems? Not with expensive drugs or invasive procedures, but by changing 5 simple daily habits. Stick with me, because today we're revealing the science-backed secrets to protecting your prostate, starting right now. Habit number 1. First up, let's talk about something you think you know: hydration. But for men over 50, hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It's a strategic therapy for your prostate. Here's why it's different for us. As we age, our thirst mechanism weakens, meaning we often don't feel thirsty until we're already dehydrated. At the same time, our kidneys become less efficient. This deadly combo creates highly concentrated, acidic urine that constantly irritates your bladder and prostate. This irritation is a major trigger for inflammation and those dreaded nighttime bathroom trips. A 2020 study in the Journal of Urology confirmed this. Researchers followed over 2,000 men and found that simply timing their hydration correctly reduced nighttime urination by up to 40%. So what's the protocol? It's simple. Drink 2 large glasses of water the moment you wake up, then have 1 glass every 60 to 90 minutes until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Here's the critical part. Start reducing your fluid intake after 6 p.m. and completely avoid liquids for 2 hours before you go to bed. If you drink too late, you're forcing your bladder to work overtime at night. Your prostate stays irritated, your sleep gets fragmented, and your hormone levels become unstable. And it's not just about water. What you don't drink is just as important. After 3 p.m., you must avoid coffee, black tea, sodas, alcohol, and energy drinks. These beverages are known to worsen inflammation, increase DHT levels, a hormone linked to prostate growth, and directly irritate your prostate tissue. Let me share a real-world example. A 58-year-old patient of mine was waking up 5 to 6 times every single night. We didn't add any medications. We simply adjusted his hydration timing. Within 7 days, he was only getting up once a night. This isn't just basic advice. This is powerful prostate therapy. Second habit: eating prostate protective foods. Think of your daily meals as medicine. Your prostate is incredibly sensitive to inflammation, hormonal shifts, and oxidative stress. The right foods can counteract all 3. Let's cover the 4 most validated nutrient groups. First, lycopene, the anti-cancer powerhouse. You'll find it in cooked tomatoes, watermelon, pink grapefruit, and guava. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant that reduces inflammation, protects your DNA, and has even been shown to improve urine flow. A massive Harvard study involving nearly 50,000 men found that those who ate cooked tomatoes just twice a week had a 28% lower risk of prostate cancer. Here's a pro tip: cook your tomatoes with extra virgin olive oil. It boosts the absorption of lycopene by 3 times. Next up is zinc, the hormone stabilizer. Pumpkin seeds, oysters, shellfish, and nuts are loaded with it. Zinc is crucial for maintaining a healthy testosterone balance, reducing inflammation, and supporting the repair of prostate tissue. In fact, low zinc levels are directly correlated with a higher risk of prostate enlargement. Our third food group is cruciferous vegetables. I'm talking about broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts. These contain a remarkable compound called sulforaphane, which acts like a detoxifier for your prostate, helping to remove carcinogens from the tissue. A study from the National Cancer Institute showed that men who ate cruciferous vegetables 3 times a week had significantly lower PSA growth rates. Finally, the secret weapon most men have never heard of: saffron. This spice contains 2 powerful compounds, crocin and safranol, which are a game changer for prostate health. They've been shown to reduce prostate inflammation, improve urine flow, slow abnormal cell growth, and reduce nighttime urination. A 2019 study in phytotherapy research even found that saffron improved BPH symptoms as effectively as leading medications, but without the side effects. All you need is about 15 to 20 threads a day, or a quarter teaspoon if it's ground. You can easily add it to tea, rice, or yogurt. Integrating these foods is easy. Add cooked tomatoes to your meals, snack on pumpkin seeds, eat your greens a few times a week, and use saffron daily. Remember, food isn't just fuel. For your prostate, it's powerful anti-inflammatory therapy. If you're over 50, these habits could change your life. Save this video, share it with someone who needs it, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new health strategy. Let's continue. Our third habit is the 15-minute miracle. The post-meal walk. You know walking is good for you, but walking specifically after you eat can be transformative for your prostate. A study from the University of São Paulo found that men who walked for just 15 minutes after lunch or dinner experienced 35% fewer prostate symptoms, better urine flow, and lower inflammation and insulin resistance. How does this work? Walking after a meal boosts blood flow to your entire pelvic region, enhancing oxygen delivery to the prostate. It also blunts the insulin spike from your meal. High insulin is a major enemy of the prostate. It increases DHT, which promotes prostate cell growth and raises cancer risk. This isn't just theory. A 71-year-old patient managed to cut his nightly bathroom trips from 4 down to just 1 after only 3 weeks of post-dinner walks. The rule is simple. Walk for 10 to 20 minutes after your lunch or dinner. A gentle pace is all you need, and you can even do it indoors. Movement is medicine, especially when timed correctly. Let's move on to habit number 4, deep sleep. For men over 50, sleep is not just rest, it is a critical hormonal reset. During the deep stages of sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Testosterone is rebuilt, growth hormone repairs tissues, and the stress hormone cortisol drops. Your immune cells actively repair prostate tissue, and melatonin, the sleep hormone, helps protect against abnormal cell growth. The science is clear. Another Harvard study found that men who slept less than 7 hours a night had more than double the risk of developing advanced prostate cancer. Poor sleep sends your body into a downward spiral. It increases insulin, cortisol, and inflammation, which leads to more nighttime urination, hormonal imbalance, and can even contribute to erectile dysfunction. So how do you sleep like it's medicine? Aim for a solid 7 to 8 hours. Keep your bedroom cool and completely dark. Cut off all caffeine after 2 p.m. and shut down all screens at least 1 to 2 hours before bed. If you need extra help, natural aids like lavender, chamomile, or a magnesium supplement can work wonders. Men with stable, consistent sleep cycles consistently show better testosterone levels and healthier prostate markers. Don't just go to bed. Make sleep your nightly healing time. And finally, our fifth habit. This is the one men are often afraid to discuss, but it's one of the most scientifically powerful for prostate health, maintaining an active intimate life. Regular ejaculation is far more than a sexual act. It is a biological cleaning mechanism for your prostate. Each time you ejaculate, your prostate expels a buildup of inflammatory proteins, bacteria, stagnant fluids, dead cells and toxins that have been stored in its ducts. Without this regular clearing, these substances accumulate, causing congestion, pain, and chronic inflammation. This isn't just folklore. A landmark Harvard study that followed 30,000 men for years discovered that those who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had a 33% lower risk of prostate cancer and fewer symptoms of prostate enlargement. The biological benefits are profound. Regular ejaculation improves pelvic blood flow, reduces inflammation, helps regulate testosterone, lowers cortisol, and releases physical tension. It is the body's natural way to prevent prostate congestion. Now, if you are experiencing pain, low libido, erectile issues, or difficulty with climax, it is vital that you talk to your doctor. This isn't about embarrassment. This is about your health. Don't let silence or stigma stand in the way of one of the most natural and effective ways to protect your prostate for years to come. So there you have it. 5 powerful science-backed habits that can transform your prostate health: strategic hydration, prostate protective foods, post-meal walks, deep sleep, and regular ejaculation. These aren't complicated, but they are incredibly effective. If you're a man over 50, these 5 habits could protect your prostate for the next 20 years of your life. Hydrate strategically, eat prostate protective foods, walk after meals, sleep deeply, and maintain a healthy, intimate life. These are simple habits, but they can save you from pain, surgeries, medications, and fear. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with your father, your brother, your husband, or a friend over 50. Your health is your future, and your future starts today. This is Body Signals. Stay informed, stay strong, stay alive.